There's a handful of brand new Assassin's Creed collaboration units we haven't even seen yet. However, some of them may not warrant their own videos. Let's take a look now today at some of the Bayeks that we haven't seen yet. Let's get it started. First up, we have the Fire Bayek, who kind of reminds me a little bit of Chow or like a Beast Monk or something like that, mainly because he has a cleanse and heal on this third skill. He does damage based on HP, and he also has a high HP pool to draw from. His first skill is a double hit, disturb HP recovery, just like all of them. Consecutive slash second skill, which is a strip and silence, damage increase according to your max HP. And then the third skill, Rampage of Rage, removes all harmful effects granted on yourself and recovers your HP by 40%. Afterwards, attacks the enemy 5 times, damage proportionate to your max HP. So he's, like I said, he reminds me. Oh, he also has the leader skill for Guild War, HP by 38%, which means I think he might be used in some bruiser bases. Potentially, we will see. But let's take a look and let's see what he's capable of. Fire Slayer first pick, which is, you don't really see that too much this season. Into Josephine segment. Riley gets banned, so they have limited time, limited sustain on the right-hand side. Surprised to see a segment pick there. Not surprised to see the Josephine, just surprised. Usually you see Sekhmet picked when they're contesting speed. This looks like maybe not the closest matchup, because one player has Guardian Wings, Guardian Transmog, the other player's like, I don't got wings on anything. That's not always, you know, it's not the end-all be-all, but sometimes you can use that as a good starting point to gauge player strength, as if they got like Guardian everything on everything. So some damage into the Molly. However, Molly's got the heal block. Justice Strike. Alright, there's not really anything they can do to heal that Molly up with the heal block. Well, there's something they can do now. Actually, no, there's not, because she's going to die before they can use it. Wow. Alright, so not always the indicator. The wings and everything is what I mean. Let's see if the Fire Bay can do something here. I don't think we're really seeing, aside from the heal block. Was the heal block was from Fire Bayek, right? Or was it from the segment? I already forgot. A lot of continuous damage, glancing hits. I don't think that this is really seeing the Fire Bayek. I think this is seeing how strong the Water Battle Angel is. Pretty solid unit. So, yeah, speed-based damage does multiple hits, AoE, skill 2, continuous damage, glancing hits. Let's see. Abellio could still win this. There is an element of RNG here. So it looks like they have just a more bruiser version of the Battle Angel. It's the same version, it's just ruined more of a bruiser, because she took some damage too, and she wasn't doing crazy amount of damage. So it's a bruiser Water Battle Angel. Wusa first pick into a Bulwark. Of course, into a Bulwark. And then we see some bruisers coming out on both sides. A little bit more aggressive bruisers on the left-hand side, and then more HP-based bruisers on the right-hand side. Bans out the Bulwark, bans out the Wusa. Brings counters to things. But Wusa is the only immunity source, so. Doesn't get the increase. Okay, so Riley's just going to do Riley things now. Riley's not going to do, because she did get the attack gauge reduced. And they wanted the stun on everything with the Juno. Bye-bye, Dominic. Oh, he cuts. Because Carlos was about to get another turn and keep the craziness going. So it looks like they're going to... Okay, so they're going to go for Oliver next. I thought they were going to go for Carlos next. So they're just trying to stun the Oliver and actually kill the Carlos. That's probably what I would do as well. I mean, Bayek is down quite a decent amount. He does have a heal. He needs to actually land to see increase cooldowns. Okay, and also kill. Well, he can't heal if he's dead. This is just a fun Summoner's War fact for you guys. If a unit is dead, they usually don't heal too much. C3 versus C3, we're already off to a good start. If he was completely unusable, we wouldn't even see people trying to use him at C3 and possibly losing points. So, Gani Hathor never left. It just a lot less people are using it now, but a lot less people. But it's still there. Never fully went away. So, increase the cooldowns on the Hathor. Let's see. Rampage of Rage. Cleanse Heal. Does all that damage. Didn't kill, so they do need to still follow it up. I thought they were going to go for the... Yeah, I thought they were going to go for the Masha. Just to make sure that they actually killed her. Alright, consecutive slash. Just do that little extra damage. They still have the heals from the Rakuni. So let's see. They still got to worry about that Hathor. Sleeps on everything. 2-turn sleeps. A lot of times with the Hathor teams, the Gani Hathor teams, you see Miles, you see Wusa. You see a lot of times Chiwu also in that team. I know we're seeing Chiwu against them, but they do have multiple strips here, the Gani Hathor. So they had the Miles skill 2 strip, they had the BAYEK skill 2 strip, they have the Hathor skill 2 strip, and then that's kind of enough to start getting the CC going. Also, a lot of times you see the Wusa with the Wusa got banned, but a lot of times you see that with the Gani Hathor teams as well. Man, I do not miss I do not miss Hathor. Oh, the Gani Hathor meta. I think the Firebear could just solo this, even if everything else does. Firebear could just solo because he's gonna cleanse with skill 3, and I think they realize that. It's, in my opinion, it's already game, but I do have a tendency of look at that. I do have a tendency to call things a little bit too early. Next up, we have the Dark BAYEK. This is a brand new LD5. Now, usually when we have brand new LD5s, especially collaboration Assassin's Creed LD5s, we want to do special videos on them because they're just so super shiny and new and OP. And this guy, he really doesn't feel that OP. We'll take a look in a second. Maybe I'm wrong, but he feels like a less powerful version of Celia. And Celia is not really anything to write home about in the first place. So let's take a brief look at his skills. Disturb HP recovery for this one. Then we have the consecutive slash. This is a strip and silence. Damage increases according to your max HP. He doesn't have crazy base speed, so if you want something like this, you may be better off using Cichlid. And then he has the passive Eagle Deception. An eagle attacks a random enemy to stun the target for 1 turn when you attack on your turn. Celia is kind of like that, but she also strips and she sleeps, which is, there's definitely a difference sometimes. And we also have the accuracy of guild monsters in guild content by 48%, which is a very niche skill to have that you're probably, if you summon him, you're never going to use. Most likely, very rarely use this skill, this leader skill. I don't know what is going on the left-hand side. I'm interested to see. I'm definitely interested to see. Is this on Swift Celia? I mean, I'm sure it's a Swift horse, so. This is just a Hollyberry spot. Well, macaroon guard spotlight. Brings this in with the Celia. 3 LD5s. The one that's doing more than anything else is the water macaroon guard. Look how much she's just everything every time. Look at that. That's crazy. 3 LD5s there. She's the one that's shining. Okay. And he's dead. Surprise, surprise, we're seeing the same person we just saw not too long ago. Bans out the Dark Ninja, of course. And the last... We didn't see this match, did we? We get to see 2 of the units that we're trying to see today. Okay. He's got the silence and the stun. AoE defense breaks. Unfortunately, there's not anything to follow that up with, and Riley could have procced. So... let's see how many stuns he gets. He gets the stun on... That was the important one to get. Molong can't do that... Well, he actually did quite a decent amount. I was going to say Molong can't do that much with that additional turn, but... He did enough. Full rush, okay. And it's a Riley Spotlight. 2 brand new LDs. LD4 and LD5. And the thing that gets... The thing that shines the most... He did stun the Riley... Or the... what is it? A Raven? The bird. It's not my beard. First round, Dark Bay. I don't think that's a great idea because... You want to surprise if you've got... Well, it's not really an OP LD. I was going to say you want to surprise your opponents with that at the very end if you have like some crazy LDs that they're not expecting. Possibly, but... Not that he's really a crazy LD. Oh, Molong's still alive. Alright, Molong's dead. Stacks the Nana. Yep. So he stunned the Oliver. So I guess there's that. Tried to stun the Masha. Didn't really matter. Stuns the Nana. Okay. Maybe he's not as bad as I was kind of assuming he would be. He seems to have some value. Like he's doing some work here. He's doing some stuff. All right. Yeah. Okay, so he actually did some things here. He actually wasn't that bad in this one. Yeah, that's not, they win this, of course. Molong first pick usually means they're going for a bruiser team. However, they are not. They're going for a fast side, both speed leads on both sides. They don't have a swift unit on the right-hand side, so player on the left is going to take turn 1 with the Yanhong. Reckless Assault takes the Ciara out. So they're in a great spot. A commanding lead already. However, Asima could do. There we go. Does pretty decently there, actually. He stunned the Volantis, and then he also silenced the Asima. And he stuns the Nora. Seems to be working good for this player. So looks like they have mastered the Dark Bayek. And of course doesn't get the stun, but see, I was expecting the bird to not do damage. So the bird is actually doing damage. So he can potentially kill things. And he's not just activating regardless of anything. He's activating when the attack goes. So just attacks another enemy randomly with a bird. That's part of the passive. Light Bayek now, this is a brand new LD4. He is an HP-based bruiser. Now, I did notice that there are people in the monster info arguing with each other about, oh, he should be built HP. No, he should be built attack. He does more damage with attack. The thing with that is, it doesn't matter what the unit's classification is, whether it's HP or support or defense or whatever, they're going to do more damage. If you put attack is always part of the calculation. So if you put attack power on things, they're going to do more damage with attack. For the most part, they're going to do more damage with attack power. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you should just build everything as an attack type unit. That just means that, of course, things are going to do more damage with attack on them. It doesn't make him not an HP bruiser. It's just the same thing with a lot of things. So let's take a look. I think he's going to be best for Guild Siege, which we don't have going on right now. And also, I don't have the units, so we can't even see them for that. But he's got the Disturb HP recovery, just like the rest of them for skill 1, which makes sense. He's got the Destroy HP here. So Disturb HP recovery and Destroy HP is nice against bruisers and sustain and whatever. Elite Ambusher shoots 4 arrows to attack the enemy. Each arrow decreasing the enemy's attack bar, 80% chance. Damage increases according to your max HP. And then we have this one. Deals damage, increases according to your max HP, destroys the enemy's HP by the inflicted damage. Additionally, the damage increases by up to 100% in proportion to the enemy's destroyed HP. He seems like a LD4 version of Borgnine. Is he like that? Not quite. Borgnine is still stronger in my opinion, but let's see what he can do today. 3 nasty revenge toxic bruisers and 2 support units. It's a nice, well-rounded bruiser draft. 2 supports units that have passives. So let's see. I think that we're just going to spotlight some of these units that we already know are toxic. Defense breaks. Only one defense break, and that's about to get cleansed off. Just kidding, that's not about to get cleansed off. As soon as that does get cleansed off, though, they're not going to have any more defense breaks to follow it up with. But they are using the light Bayek against bruisers. So it does at least make sense there. They just really need some more defense breaks. It's gonna be a long match. Some destroy HP. Still, Borg 9 would have been better here. Borg 9 would have had another defense break. Maybe not everyone has Borg 9, so I shouldn't really say like, oh, you should have picked Borg 9. Lots of people don't have that. But if they did, that would have provided another defense break, and also it would mitigate some of the damage. Like the opponents would do less damage. So that would be nice. The Borg 9 would be more effective here. I think we're just gonna see. This is gonna be a 2.5 hour long match, which is most likely just gonna be decided by RNG. Okay. Goodbye. Not you. I'm not saying goodbye to you. I'm saying goodbye to Josephine. Will not miss her. They do still have defense breaks. They could come back from this. I doubt it, but they could. Yeah, it's the light bake didn't really do too much here. They could have won if they picked other stuff. So, yeah. So 2 bruiser teams. Makes sense to use the light Bayek here. Let's see if this is gonna be. Let's see who the real MVP of this match is. Strips everything, so it looks like it might be. Well, it looks like it might be Tianlang. However, the Ongyuki is gonna do a lot of damage here. Let's see it. Ghost Wild Dance and kills Dominic. So this should be really nice against the Molly. I stand corrected. That did almost nothing. That destroyed almost no HP. When she didn't have a defense, it's like I said, it's not like the Borg 9. So it's not exactly like the Borg 9. I think that they still have enough damage between the Molong and the Ongyuki that they're going to be able to take that down. I don't know that we necessarily see the light Bayek do things here. I think that we just see. But he did some destroy. Okay. Sadly, doesn't stun the Ongyuki, because Ongyuki would be supercharged after that, like he was the first time, right? And reckless on the Tianlang, and they just concede. Shizuka, okay, and then the light Anubis into the. Are they banning the Slayer? They're not even banning the Slayer, so they just leave the Slayer's gonna be so strong here. I'm sure they had a reason for that. Maybe they just want to play with the light Anubis regardless, but I'm not sure why they did that. I don't think we're really gonna see the light Bayek shine here. Okay, you see some destroy HP. Yeah, welcome back. There's just 9,000 revives on that side. And I don't think they really have to worry about them. Okay. Gets 1 revive. They didn't even bother cooling that down. Alright, Ethna's just... This is more of an Ethna and a Sky Surfer showcase. There was... in my opinion, there was just no chance. The light Bayek didn't do anything. He didn't do much compared to all the rest of the units here. It was over before it began. Unless RNG, some kind of crazy nonsense happens, but you know, that's just Summoner's War. Crazy nonsense could always happen. It was over before it began. At the pick ban phase, it was already game. Riley first pick into a Bulwark, which is exactly what I would expect. Bans out the Fire Pony. That's not what I was not expecting this draft to go there, but let's see how much destroy actually happens here. Let's see how much the opponent wins. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Destroyed half the HP. That wasn't that terrible. Sometimes you have to force these things into matches, but they actually did something decent, something of some value in there, because Bulwark can't heal the destroyed HP. So, I don't think that they win. I really don't think that they win. They have two options, right? So they can either try to protect Bayek by putting immunity up, and then he still takes damage from Bulwark. Or they can not stack Bulwark, and then Masha is gonna destroy. It's already game. So today we got a chance to see 3 of the brand new Bayeks, which means we've seen all 5 of them so far on this channel. Personally, these are the less exciting ones, in my opinion. I think a lot of them could use a buff, and they most likely will in a balance patch several months from now, maybe a year from now, who knows. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. That's it for this one. I will see you as always in the next one.